Life gets better by change, not by chance. Episode 22. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Life Gets Better by Change, not by chance. This is our episode 22. I'm so glad that you are here tuning in, watching us. My name is Tara, and please help me welcome my two co-hosts, Sevit and Jackie. Hello, guys. How are you?
Good.
Today, our special guest is all the way from France, a mother of two, running this online business for about 18 months, originally from Colombia, and she has lived in many European countries. Please help me welcome Marcela. Hi,
Hello.
Marcela. Thank you
Hello,
for being
Marcela. Bonjour,
Hola,
Marcela. Comment ça va?
Bonjour. Ça va bien.
That's where my French finishes, by the way. But well, Marcela, welcome aboard, and it's very exciting to interview you, and it's definitely exciting. I think you're the first one we've interviewed that's actually a linguist and speaks a lot of languages. So I can only imagine how colorful your life is. So I guess my first question for you is, you're a mother. You live in an expensive country. What was your reasons for looking for an extra source of income and a side hustle?
Well, the thing is, actually, at the beginning, I wasn't really looking for something exactly. I had my previous job. I come from the corporate world. I've done a career, master degrees, a lot of things, and I've always worked for big multinationals. Mm-hmm. Okay, so normally I never had the need to go looking for something extra on the side. I had that luck in my life before. But then when I came to France, as you said, France is true that it's very expensive. And I live in the south of France, which has this glamour everybody, knows about the south of France, which is, but the thing is, when I came here, I didn't understand how people actually lived, because it's very expensive, but the balance between what you can earn in a regular job and the traffic, it was not possible to have very good conditions, good balance of life, especially with children. And I was expecting my second child, and it was really complicated. I didn't know what to do. So, and I wasn't really looking for something, like extra or on the side. But then I just saw this ad on Facebook, and saying exactly what I wanted. I wanted flexibility to with my children. I wanted to have flexibility to travel and see my parents that are far away, because it's not easy to travel to Colombia all the time. And also stability, financial stability, thinking also about the future. Because even though that I worked all my life and I had rather good salaries, I didn't have, much savings or a return, like something concrete that I could say I'm stable and I will be able to retire. That's the thing today, that even though you work and you study, it's not that easy, right? So
No.
The ad exactly talked to me about that. And I said, okay, this is it. And I did a lot of research, because I'm, about what we do, about the online space. I come from marketing. I know how online it's important today. So I really knew that everything that comes with digital marketing, it's important. Even if we don't do this, it's something that we need to learn.
Absolutely.
So I think it was the package that combined. I didn't have no idea what to do or how to start or anything. So that was out of the question. So let's say that the business brought everything that I was looking for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can definitely resonate with you. You come from a corporate background and you've been working all your life. You had a really good, job, pay was good, etc. But when kids happen, everything changes, isn't it? You realize time is so precious. You don't want to miss out on their milestones. I was in the same situation, but with this online business, it kind of fell into your lap, isn't it? So you weren't really looking for it, but the ad you saw just spoke to you, and you felt like, oh wow, this is me. So obviously you would have done all your due diligence, asked a lot of questions. So why did you decide to choose this business community? What's so special about this community?
Okay, so I think there are two things. First one is the business perspective in terms of what business per se it is. I mean, my husband has his own business, and I know my parents had their own business. I know how hard it is to have their own business, to have your employees, to pay the rent every month, to pay the insurance, to pay utilities. It's never easy, and actually it was not an option. Even though I'm surrounded by entrepreneurs, I never considered that as an option for me because I knew how hard it was. So I liked that. First, the revenue potential, of course, is very good. And I said, okay, if I really want to work for something, I want to make good money, right? So that's one of the reasons too. I didn't, because at some point I was looking for things, the friends that were selling things, and I was asking around and said, it's too much work. I don't want to go to meetings and convince people or go to, friends. I didn't want that at all. So that was the best part. No selling, no shipping, because everything, we can do many things online today, but when you need to keep the inventory, here I didn't have to do that either. So it was very practical. Also, I really liked the part that it's automated. So there's a huge part that is done for us. Don't take me wrong, I have to work. I have to learn a lot of things that I never thought I was before. It's my own business. If I don't do anything, nothing is going to happen, right? But at the same time, it is true that I wake up in the morning, I watch my email, and there it is. There are people asking questions, checking to watch the webinar. So I don't really have to go, and look for other people, right? That was amazing. And also there is this wide community. I didn't have no idea about the community either at the beginning. And actually I was not in contact with many other communities before. But I loved how positive, how international, and how professional it is, how we share things and how we help each other. With Tara, at the beginning we were mentioning, we met each other because we were finding out about Sri Lanka, something that I've never thought before, right? We help each other, and then it's so positive, and it helps not only on how to learn about how to create a business, but also how to build your personality, your self-esteem, how to believe in yourself, how to improve personally, read more, do other things. I've worked and studied a lot, but I at some point I said I will never study again in my life. I don't want to do it. And here I do it because I want to do it for myself, right? Not for others, not because my boss is telling me or suggesting me to do that, or it's because I want to do it for me, and it's so rich. It's so rich. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. You mentioned about your friends doing some marketing and online stuff. So do you want to talk about that a little bit more, what exactly they are doing and why you were interested into that?
Yeah, it was not digital at all. It was more about, I don't know if in Asia, it's a German company, like Tupperware. I don't know. Different, Tupperware, you go with friends and you sell the products and you buy the first time because you're friends, and then you
so you have parties at home. I think you have parties at home, and
like a traditional MLM and network marketing.
Exactly. And then I have an aunt and that's personally, and that's something that that's why she's back in Colombia, and I can tell you she's a doctor. She does she works with something called For Life, something different, and then she's doing really well. I mean, but she's worked so hard. I mean, she travels so much. She keeps meeting, and everybody in the family, we don't want to be around her because she's always trying to convince us to.
Right. And you lose a lot of friends. I know some people just, I've known about people who's like, I don't want to deal with this person. People have lost friendships because of that. But I would love to know how they survived, how their business progressed during COVID last year. You can't go to anyone's houses to have parties.
No,
so how did it? Yeah, it would have been it was a big blow, isn't it?
The other thing that we probably need to mention is the fact that you two mentioned how you met, trying to help one another, sharing information and all of that. You're not even in the same country, okay?
Yes.
And yet, because of the digital world we're in, we managed to reach out to each other and share so many things, share so many cultures, share so much knowledge amongst ourselves. And I guess that's one of the beauties about what we do as well.
Yeah.
Yes, community is a very big part of what we do. It's our backbone. The community is the backbone. I mean, people are inspiring. I met Jackie and Savit through virtually as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have only met personally my mentor. She's here in France, and we met last year. But the rest of the people are all online, and when we talk about the community to people outside, I think that it's so hard to explain, right? Because they just say, "Oh, a community." It sounds very abstract, but it is true that when it comes to and then we have these communication channels with different groups where we can talk about different specific and meet other people. Like I am here in France, but I have this group from Latin American people that only speak Spanish, and we are a family now. I mean, we are friends, and it's not only about the business. We care about them if they are having trouble with their families or anything. So it becomes a time where it's not only about but business, but also about, especially what you say, Tara. But this digital, what happened last year, we couldn't go out, we couldn't see our families. I haven't been able to see my parents for 2 years already, and I've never felt alone because I've always been in touch with someone.
Yes.
Marcela, it's the same with us. I don't live in the same city as these two. And if we add up the SMSs and everything that goes on between all of us the whole day, I'm sure I talk to these two more than I talk to my husband. But face-to-face, reality-wise, Tara and I have met for 1 hour. I've been doing this business for about 1.5 years myself. Jackie and I have never met. That's our goal for 2021. So it's the same. You become a family. We check on each other. If somebody disappears from the group chats or all of that, we start looking for them. We send out the police, things like that. So you become a family, and that's just the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, I wanted to mention something that I didn't say before, not even an introduction. So I'm waiting my 3rd child right now. I'm expecting
congratulations.
Thank you. At the beginning of October. And the thing is, last year we had a little bit of issues. We were looking for a baby, and we had 2 miscarriages. So this year when I got pregnant again, I stopped the business for 6 months, more or less, like almost. And the good part was, because I really needed to rest and to look for myself and the baby. I had already a baby, and I never had, if we had a business on the side, we would never be able to stop anything because we didn't have to pay. I didn't have to pay for it. I stopped. We don't have a monthly fee. We don't have anything to pay. It's just, and all my friends, they took such a good care of me, even though I wasn't working. And so it was a lot of things. When I realized when I started working back, came back, I said, I'm so lucky to be able to find this, because I would never be able to do that with anything else.
Absolutely.
No, you are absolutely right. Spot on, because there are a lot of overheads when you do any business right now, and you cannot stop and go away for a day or two, because you got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You got overheads to pay. But with this business, you can leave the business for months, years, and you come back. It's there for you to start, plug it in, and start again. So that's a great thing you mentioned, Marcela. My last question to you, okay? It's been a couple of months. You running this, doing this. You took a break. You came back, and I know you have lots of insights and lots of suggestions for the people, those who are listening you today. But I want you to share your suggestions, your advice in Spanish, not in English.
Really? Do you have enough people watching? This is big Spanish.
Doesn't matter.
There'll be a lot of Spanish people watching. Trust me.
Just make sure you add at the very end that you've met some arrogant Aussies here in this group. Just joking. Don't worry about the arrogance. Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay. Bueno, pues mi experiencia en este negocio, como muchísimos otros negocios, es que hay que estudiar antes lo que hay que hacer. Hay que estudiar los pros y los cons de los beneficios que podemos tener. Los beneficios aquí es que es muy flexible, podemos trabajar. Yo trabajo con mis hijos en casa. Puedo ver, bueno, ahora no por la situación que estamos viviendo, pero mis papás van a venir pronto, entonces voy a poder estar con ellos y puedo viajar. Y no tengo ningún problema para tener esta flexibilidad. Al mismo tiempo, tener la capacidad de poder estudiar y poder aprender cosas nuevas por nosotros mismos y poder tener ¿saben? Cuando uno viaja y va a otro país y uno piensa que va a ser nuevas oportunidades y un mejor futuro para nuestra familia, pero después nos damos cuenta que no siempre es así. Y este negocio a mí me ha dado la tranquilidad de saber que en el futuro yo lo tengo establecido, lo tengo seguro. Trabajo por mí misma, para mi familia, y eso es algo lo más importante. O sea que, como en todo negocio, por favor, pues sugiero, primero, regístrense para ver el webinar. Hay muchísimas personas de todo el mundo, es muy internacional, muy positivo. Véanlo, 90 minutos, que en cualquier momento siempre pasan viendo una serie, lo que sea. Eso es algo por nosotros, háganlo por ustedes. Y se conocen personas maravillosas como las que tenemos aquí. O sea que háganlo, miren el webinar y luego pueden preguntar todo lo que necesiten, porque aquí estamos siempre. And there it is.
Gracias.
Fantastic.
I don't know, but I'm crying. I don't know why. Seriously, I don't know why.
What I understood is she mentioned flexibility and something about being positive. That's all I understood. But fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Marcela.
And also about watching the webinar.
Yes,
I always wanted to learn Spanish. And today I got a chance to, listen to it. I was like, oh my! I think
Jackie,
that's why
it's never too late, though. Never too late.
It's not too late. I'm thinking of doing it from tomorrow onwards. And it's here.
Yeah.
I can do it. Yeah.
In anything in life, you put your mind to it. Yeah. In anything in life, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes.
But thank you,
Marcela.
Thank you so much, Marcela. I can't wait to hear all the great news. All the very best for your new arrival in October. And I will be I'll be watching out for you, seeing all your milestones, and we are here to celebrate with you. Thank you for taking the time today. All the very best.
This month
Thank
has been great. I mean, if you can check it, this month has been great. I came back and I just came back on fire. So I'm really excited.
Thank you, Marcela.
You're on fire. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marcela.
Good luck with your baby.
Bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
You too. Bye.
Wow, that was nice.
That was great. Yeah.
Bit of a Spanish twist, the interview. It was very nice. I know, Jackie, always coming up with twists.
Quiz, this girl is on fire. That's great. I like
that. Is correct. So what do we have here today, Jackie? Quote, please.
I got my
where's your golden book?
I got my hot tea.
Wow, look at him. He's getting,
You want a quote from me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Breathe. Okay. Breathe. If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment and live in the breathe. Okay. So focus on your breathe.
Mm-hmm.
If you allow the anxiety to get heavy on you, it will. Okay. But when you allow your breathe to take over the anxiety, it will never be around you.
That's true.
So breathe.
So don't ever let your anxiety take over.
Yes, never.
Wow.
Ever.
You know, that quote itself, I don't think only works for us adults, but it also works for young minds and children as well. Because that's the same advice I give my daughter as well. So powerful. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you so much, guys. It's a late night for us here. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us.
Happy Friday to you all.
Yes.
Happy Friday from Melbourne, Australia. You have a wonderful weekend. It's my daughter's birthday over this weekend, so I'm
happy birthday.
Very excited. Yeah, well done.